Hello my lovelies and welcome back. Today we're gonna review one brand, Chanel. I spent a little over $1,000. Let's try this makeup out. We're gonna start with the base, which is the primer. This is their illuminating makeup base. $48. It's a fresh oil-free makeup base that evens out skin tone and illuminates the complexion. It has a gel formula that minimizes the appearance of imperfections with a smooth finish and extends the wear of foundation. And I am going to do only half of the face because I really want to see if it is going to even out the skin tone and extend the makeup wear time. Feels really nice. It's not super glowy. It kind of just smoothed everything out. Just made it a little bit more even. Versus on this side, I'm looking shinier in certain places versus other places. I think it's looking good. I'm not seeing that it evened out anything for like skin tone wise, but it does feel really nice and it has set already. It has a little bit of tackiness, but not super tacky like the Milk Hydro Grip or anything like that. It has a little bit of tackiness. Let's move on to foundation. I haven't tried this one out. This is their Ultra Wear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. I picked up 2 shades just because buying this online, I have no idea what my shades are. So I picked up B10 and then BR12. It is $60, very expensive. It's a full coverage foundation that provides up to a 24-hour wear with a soft matte finish. We're just gonna take B10, start with that, and then if I need to mix BR12 in there, that's what I will do. And I was right. Very fragranced. Very interesting texture. Like it's fluid, but creamy at the same time. And I honestly just mixed the 2 shades on the back of my hand to create this shade right here. They say to use your fingers or a foundation brush. So we're gonna try foundation brush first. And then we'll see. Maybe use a sponge as well. I'm going on the non-primer side first. And you can see the color, it's a little off for me. But I can definitely make this work. Good thing I'm wearing a turtleneck today. It's blending out really nice. It has a really, like I said, interesting texture. It's very lightweight. It's very fluid, but also creamy. On the non-primer side, it's definitely providing a very soft glow, or just, it's not mattifying my skin. I'm still seeing the glow that I had underneath from my skincare. So I do like that, but it's not super extra glowy. Yeah, see? It sat on my face for a little bit, and I have to put a little bit more elbow grease into blending it out. And I would say this is a solid medium coverage. It's not super full, and I did have 2 pumps, 1 pump from each color that I mixed on the back of my hand, and I still have quite a bit of foundation left on the back of my hand. So it's definitely giving me a good solid medium coverage, but not super full and cakey. With the primer, I feel like it kind of grabbed onto the foundation, and it's a little bit more even in terms of like the texture on my skin. It's a little bit more smooth with the primer side. As of right now, I'm liking the way the foundation's looking on my skin. I will say that it's definitely not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be more of like a soft matte, more full coverage foundation, but this foundation is very lightweight and it's honestly looking really nice in person. I will say that I had to look really up close right here on my forehead. I have a couple of dry spots right now and it's kind of attaching itself to the dry spot, but it's looking pretty nice. It's looking very natural and very soft on my face, but also providing a decent amount of coverage where it's evening everything out. Let's move on to eyebrows. We have an eyebrow pencil and an eyebrow gel. So this right here is their Defining Long Wear Eyebrow Pencil that's waterproof. It is $33. You have a pencil on one side that's retractable. And I've never seen a pencil this kind of shape before. Well, it's a typical eyebrow pencil shape, but it's very long. And it's not like a triangle. It's more of a really long oblong rectangle. That makes any sense. And yeah, it's very intriguing. And then on the other side, we have a massive spoolie that you can't miss. When I was swatching this, you have to put like a little bit more pressure to get like pigment out. The color looks good so far. You can be pretty precise with it. because you still have the shape. It doesn't just go into like a circle or a blob. So that's really nice. I'm just applying their clear, transparent brow gel. This one had really good ratings. So this right here, it's their Longwear Eyebrow Gel, $32, that's expensive. It sets, defines, and holds your brows in place for a natural looking appearance. And it's not like super sticky, it's not very liquidy. So we'll see how the brows last all day long. Both products, they're not mind-blowing. I will still pick my Benefit, my Anastasia over these products any day, just because they're a lot cheaper and I feel like they perform a little better. Like you have a little bit more control and precision with each pencil. All right, let's move on to concealer. This is their Longwear Concealer. That is the name, $43. What is this? It's a comfortable, long-lasting concealer that covers imperfections with a buildable light to medium coverage. It has a gel-based formula that hydrates and features a soft focus pigment that diffuses light for a flawless result. All of that sounds fabulous. Ooh, it's like very thick actually. Kind of moussey. And they say to blend either your fingertips or using a concealer brush. It's definitely a very, very natural concealer, which I like these days. It looks really pretty and blended out really well, but it's not your super full coverage concealer, which is intriguing. We'll see how long wearing it really is. So we had to stop filming for roughly 30 minutes. Now we're back, and I have to say my eyes are feeling very sensitive. I'm not sure if it's from the concealer or what, but it's like right in here in the inner corner where I applied the concealer in the inner corner. We'll see. Let's move on to eyeshadow. First, we're gonna start off with their liquid eyeshadow. This is their Longwear liquid eyeshadow. $36 each. I have 3 shades that I picked up. So this right here, well, that's actually really pretty. This is like a soft pink. That's very metallic. It's 26 Quartz Rose. And then we have number 22 Rayon. And it has a nice doe foot applicator. Ooh, interesting, okay. And then last but not least, we have number 28, Desert Wind. I already swatched this one and it looks stunning. That looks really pretty. What should we do all over the eyes? I don't even know. So might as well let's just look at the eyeshadow palette. This right here is their multi-effect Quadra eyeshadow, $62. And I picked up Mystic Eyes, which is this little quad, which looks very, very, very pretty. This is the first shade. Second shade, third shade, which is that pink. It's there, but very minimal. You can see it right there. All right, so Andre's set to go more elegant today. We're gonna go with number 26, which is their Quartz Rose. Kind of want to work one eye at a time, just in case, you know, this sets really fast, which I don't think it does. I'm just gonna take my finger to tap this in. Huh. This seems very, meh. Where did it go? She's there, but she's barely there. That's not very pretty. I'm gonna be honest. That's not very pretty at all. It's very, like, splotchy. Just gonna try to layer over here. Fingertips are not doing a great job. So let's take a little brush. Wow, this is bad. A lot of areas, like you can even see right here, is just gone, like the pigment. Wow, okay, that's not good. Let's take this pink eyeshadow, this one right here, and I'm gonna take it all over the lid on top of the liquid eyeshadow, and hopefully we can create something really pretty that's elegant. Next, I'm gonna take this shadow right here. It's nice soft brown. These shadows, you can see they're really, really powdery, but I'm hoping they're gonna blend really nice. They're giving me like the softest wash of color. I'm gonna take a smaller, little more of like a pencil brush. We're gonna take the darkest shade. This one was pigmented when I swatched it. I'm just gonna tap it right here. Look at how dirty that palette is, especially this shadow right here. That's so dirty. I'm gonna take this shadow right here, and I kind of want to take it like right here, as if like the light is hitting my eyes that way. I'm gonna kind of take it at a diagonal. All right, so I am gonna apply some liquid eyeliner. This right here is their liquid eyeliner. I like how they keep it very simple with names. $35, so it's a high precision long wear eyeliner with an ultra fine felt tip that allows for easy, precise application in a single stroke. It is a latex-based, water-resistant formula that delivers a really intense color that's versatile and long-wearing results. So keep in mind, it is latex-based. So if you have a latex allergy, this probably will not be a great fit for you. Wow, that's black. My goodness. You can definitely be very precise with this eyeliner. Wow. I'm hoping it's gonna dry down to more matte, because as of right now, it's definitely a little bit more glossy and finished, which is not my favorite, but it is super, super black, very intense, and I had no issues going on top of the eyeshadow with this eyeliner. As of right now, this is my favorite eye product, because this is pretty dang good. Wow, that's nice. I am gonna take their long-lasting eyeliner. This right here is $34, and it is a liner and a kohl pencil that defines your eyes with an effortless twist of the wrist thanks to the retractable tip. Great marketing. Just because this liquid is so dark that it looks really awkward for the top lash line. Look at that difference. Just makes everything so black. My lash line looks so dark. It looks amazing. So for mascara, we have two mascaras from Chanel. On the right side, we have the original Le Volume mascara. This is $32. This right here is kind of like an OG mascara for luxury side. I really like it because it delivers the volume. It's really intense in pigment. It is pretty long lasting, but it just depends on how you set your under eyes. You can get a little bit of transfer. And this is definitely not like a super natural mascara. Like you can see the pigment it provides. And I like that this wand is bendy. It's not super bendy where you can't control it, but bendy enough where it's awesome for like the inner corner part. And it has a little bit of like a grippy because of the wand and the bristles, so it really grips onto your lashes. So the second mascara, it's their Le Volume Stretch mascara. This right here retails for $35, so 32 versus 35. What's the difference? So it's a latex-based formula. Again, keep that in mind. It's going to volumize and lengthen your lashes for an ultimate wide eye look. And it has some kind of patent pending 3D mascara brush. Kind of has like a twist to it, but this is very fascinating. The bristles, they're more micro. Again, they're like the nylon bristles, and it kind of goes in like a DNA form, which is really fascinating. But I'll show you guys a close-up of this. Right off the bat, this is a lot more of a natural mascara. And the wand is definitely not bendy like Le Volume. I'm gonna take this shadow right here that's like the dirtiest. That's making the most mess for me. And I'm gonna take it right here. And it looks like the eyeliner that I used in the lash line. It's kind of coming down to the lower waterline. I just took like this silver gray shade and applied it in the inner corner. And it's actually really pretty for an inner corner highlight. Wow. Let's finish off with mascara in the lower lash line. Same mascaras as the top. All right, so for the complexion, we're gonna take Le Beige, the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream in $3.90. Soleil Tan Bronze Universal. This retails for $50. All their stuff is so expensive. I'm not like the biggest fan of this product because I think there's better products on the market that do the same thing but better. I just think it's not pigmented enough. Yes, it's very creamy, but just, I don't know. All right, so we have several blush and bronzer products. So we have a cream blush. This is their Glow Sheer Color Stick, $45. We have shade number 23, which looks really, really pretty. Very glowy and glittery. Very cream, looks very pretty. Definitely a little bit more sheer in color. I'm gonna work it into the brush and just go over the cheeks. Wow, it actually provided a lot more color than I thought it would. I'm gonna top it off with their powder blush, which is powder blush, $45. Comes in a compact like so. That's a really pretty color. This is number 80, Jersey. They're very powdery. I'm just gonna go right on top of that. And I'm gonna take their powder bronzer to give a little bit more color to my cheeks. This is their Healthy Glow Luminous color, and there are 5 shades available. I have medium light and medium, and I think I'm just gonna take medium with this. Wow, this is actually the most fragrance thing ever. Oh my goodness, that is actually a little nauseating. Whew, that's very, very intense. I don't like that. So for lip, I have their lip liner. This is their Longwear lip liner in number 162. Their lip pencil is $32, and I actually really like these. They're pretty long wearing. They're creamy. It's a really comfortable formula. It also comes with a brush on the other side, which I actually really appreciate, especially if when you're wearing like a darker lip color, like a red, plummy. It's really nice to blend it out. For lipstick, this is their like iconic formula. This is their Rouge Coco Flash. It's a hydrating, vibrant shine lip color. It's a really beautiful formula. I really like this. $40, very expensive. And I have shade number 54, which is in Boy. I did forget one thing. I do have a highlighter. I don't want to miss it because look at how pretty that is. I don't even want to use it because it's so pretty, but I'm gonna use it. This right here, and I believe it is a limited edition, like a lot of their products. This right here is their illuminating blush powder, but it's like a highlighter form. So stunning, $70. That's why I said I don't even want to use it because it's so pretty, but I'm excited to use it because it is so pretty. Okay, makeup is on. I like the way everything is looking. Not loving all the products that I used. Kind of felt a little lackluster to me, but I'll see you guys in a little bit and we'll see how everything is wearing, how everything's looking at the end of the night. Okay, y'all, how are we looking after a full day wear of this Chanel makeup? Actually looks pretty good. Like, I'm looking at my complexion, I'm pretty happy with how it's looking. I'm not looking too extra shiny anywhere. Like the dry spots, I feel like you can see them on my forehead right now, but they're not bad. Looking which side looks better, honestly, I don't really see a difference. I really don't. I think both sides, like even the smile lines, it looks pretty even. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of how the bronzer is looking on my skin. I don't like the color, but otherwise you can still see the bronzer, you can still see the blush, the highlight. I mean, everything is there in a good way. Even the concealer, I actually don't mind how the concealer is wearing. It's definitely not like a full coverage concealer like I kept saying. It's a light to medium, very natural concealer. Next, looking at the eyebrows. The color is still there, but I feel like that brow gel has definitely, it's not super long lasting like the other brow gels that I love and adore, and they're super long lasting, even from the drugstore, so I'm not really impressed with that formula. But the brow pencil I actually really like. Next, looking at the eyes, I see a little bit of creasing right in here, but it's not bad. Like the eyeshadow is still there, the eyeliner is still there. I still see the eyeliner in the tight line, which is really good, so definitely long wearing. But I will say everything else has kind of transferred and smudged to the lower lash line. I feel like there's definitely a little bit more transfer, flaking, and smudging with that stretch mascara because it was a really dry formula. You can still see the lip liner. I had dinner. I didn't reapply the lipstick It's that type of lipstick that you do have to reapply. It's that like hydrating, really lustrous type of a formula. The lip liner is definitely a long wearing lip liner. I mean, it's pretty much still there where I applied it, and I think it actually still looks pretty good. I think overall, this Chanel makeup is beautiful, but it's such a high price tag. I think there are only certain products that you should even look into. Like some of their cheek products, like their blushes, I think they're really pigmented. They're really easy to blend. Lip products. Chanel lip products are phenomenal. And then last but not least, I actually really like that foundation. It definitely did not perform the way I expected it to perform. It performed a little better than I anticipated. I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching, spending time with me. And I'll see you next one very soon. Bye.